Welcome to our live streams here on Northwest Digital News. I'm Kevin Hunter with Chris Bornstedt, and we have all kinds of great updates for people today, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have some event calendars, a couple of contests, and...
So what's going on first? October 17th.
Let's do October 17th is the 100 Women Who Care at the Monticello Hotel.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's actually going to be a really big event. We went and did the one when they awarded to Dino Doozer.
Yes, we did.
And so it'll be interesting to see who they have coming up tomorrow, but we'll be there, of course, covering the event, doing a live stream and producing video for that event. And so if you have events like that coming up yourself, you can certainly invite us to it. We'll be glad to produce coverage for your event.
Kevin, do you know what time that event starts in case there's people out there that would like to attend?
You know what? We don't have a time sitting there. So we'll have somebody comment on our stream and make sure we do know.
Okay.
So,
yeah, because
I noticed that there's not a time mentioned there.
Right, but there are people in the community, and the 100 Women Who Care have actually grown to, I think, over 200 women who care. I think
that is correct.
I think it's even higher. I think the number...
the last one was in the evening at 7 p.m., so I'm assuming that's what it is. But we will make sure that we include that here on the footnotes.
So if you're in the community and you would like to attend that event, tomorrow night is when that's going to go down.
100 Women Who Care.
Yep.
So then October 27th, there's so many things coming up for Halloween in the region. October 27th is the Longview Eagles, and they have Sucker Punch. Have you heard this band before?
I have, but it's been a while since I've heard them. I heard them a few years back down at, I think, Hung Far Low, but I can't remember for sure.
Okay.
But so they're a good band, and I believe they're a local band. So
okay. That runs from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. And tickets, pre-sale tickets, are $2 for $5 or $5 at the door. So
better deal if you get your pre-sale tickets. Yeah, yep. I've already got my tickets, by the way, so
pretty
good. Excited. Yep.
On the same day, the Lower Columbia Professionals, so that's also the 27th. They're doing a spooktacular that's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yep.
You could actually catch both events that day if you wanted to.
You could.
The other one starts at 8 o'clock. You can go to the first one for a couple hours and then shoot on over to Longview Eagles.
Yeah, the nice thing about the one, the Spooktacular, sorry, is that's over at the Elks in Kelso. Mm-hmm. And all of that money that they raise goes to scholarship funds for kids who graduate high school and stuff like that. So very good cause. If you really want to feel like partying up, like you said, you can hit both. And definitely hit the one in Kelso because that money comes right back into the community in a positive way.
$20 if you're not a member and $10 for members for the October 27th event. And then the 28th, of course, that's the Monster Mash at the Monticello Hotel.
It is.
7 p.m. to midnight and Design Band.
Yep.
What do you got to say about Design Band?
I loved them at the Roaring 20s, and just very, very entertaining band, and fun. They're fun, very interactive with the audience, and I had a good time when they were there before, and I look forward to seeing them at this one.
So the 28th Monster Mash at Monticello, $20 each for those tickets. And a update on the Monticello Hotel that people may not have known. Monticello has their catering license and their liquor license. And we'll actually go in here this week and shoot some footage of the restaurant, the kitchen, all that. It's just off the hook what they've done in there. And the remodel they're really, really close on both.
Good, yeah. It'll be nice to have that done in-house instead of catering out. So
here's what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. And I tend to hear the information as it happens in Monticello for very obvious reasons. The restaurant that's in front is going to be an Italian restaurant.
Good. There's been a lot of people that have been wondering what kind of restaurant or what is going to be going in there. So we're looking at an Italian restaurant.
And then in the front on the other corner will be the real fire-baked pizza. This is pizza that bakes like in 2 minutes at 800 degrees. I don't know if you've ever had it before.
I haven't. So wait time is short.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Will they deliver outside the hotel?
There's a place in back in the Twin Cities in the Midwest, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, that's Pompeii Pizzeria, and that is not a franchise. And he opened that after he went to Italy and spent some time there and learned how to make pizza like the Italians do. Mm-hmm. Came back. Elk River is one of the suburbs of the Twin Cities and opened Pompeii Pizzeria, and it is one of the top restaurants in that metro area with millions of people there. So, but that's the type of pizzeria that's coming into the Monticello. And then that front desk, I'm understanding, is going to be a coffee and pastry counter, like a little coffee shop.
Oh, bummer. Coffee and pastry. Who likes that?
So, yeah.
Two very popular items around our area.
And so that's what's going on at the Monticello Hotel. And then some updates. You saw the timeline picture change on NorthWest Digital News. We posted a number of our show hosts who have already made commitments to joining us here on this broadcast. And we have a new announcement. I didn't put it on the posting yet because I hadn't had, even though we'd had some conversation, hadn't had 100% confirmation that his schedule was clear. But a gentleman who helped, he was actually hired by Google to launch Google Plus and Google Hangouts. His name is Ben Tice. He is an absolute genius when it comes to SEO, websites, social media, all that kind of good stuff. But Ben Tice from Skoll Marketing is going to be joining us and doing shows for us and teaching people who are unfamiliar with SEO, website, social media, and how that whole thing comes together and how Google Analytics works, YouTube Analytics works, and how that impacts what you're doing online in your business and your community, anything you're wanting to create.
So more educational stuff for the people of Calais County then.
More educational stuff.
Boy, we hate that, don't we?
Yeah, we hate that. And one of the best in the country, right, too. So,
well, if you work for Google, you got to be pretty good.
That's right. Good point. And, of course, Legal Minute attorney Jeffrey O'Brien. I can't say enough about Jeff. You got a chance to chat with him on the phone the other day.
He's a fun guy to talk to, yep.
Yeah, and he's a very avid sports fan, major pet lover, has a couple of his dogs in the house. In fact, he said his wife would like to do a couple of shows on what she does for her pets. I guess she uses all kinds of natural health stuff, but he said, my wife would love to come and join us too. So we may actually get a double benefit there. Little background on Jeffrey has clients from all different walks of life, and I expect to see a few of those very cool faces that we have seen and heard of across the country while joining us with Jeffrey O'Brien. And then two of the prolific business coaches here in the United States, David Ford and Tracy Ford. These are the top profit-producing tandem with Action Coach Global. And just to give you a little background, in a 24-month period, Chris, we just pulled random 20 businesses out of their core of businesses they were coaching, and there was quite a few that were at this. It was like a big business seminar that was going on, but 20 clients, and the average profit improvement in 24 months was 252%. That's how good these guys are. So they're going to join us with business stuff. You got a chance to see Jody Summers here. She's going to share with us health and nutrition. Does she look like she lives that subject?
Yeah, she looked like she lived that subject.
Yeah, yeah, she definitely does. Personal safety and security, Darren Fredrickson, does he look like he lives that?
Yeah, we talked about him on our last broadcast, and I think I said this to somebody else, but the guy looks like, he puts Lou Ferrigno to shame.
yes, that's Darren
If they did a recast of, The Incredible Hulk and did a remake, they could totally get him to do it because he was just...
Oh, yeah, bad to the bone. He did a picture. It was kind of like... I'm trying to think of 007 combination, Charlie's Angels, like all that. But it was him and his wife, the shot they did. She's very much a fitness buff, just like him. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they're a bad to the bone tandem. And so Darren Frederick should be
So what kind of things will he be teaching us, Kevin?
Everything about personal safety, security. He's also a arms instructor on just about any kind of weapon systems you can imagine. So I'm sure we'll get to see some of that footage and Darren sharing us right off the range when he's out. He also does a lot of work with law enforcement agencies from around the country and long timer in that business. So he'll have some great stories to share about personal safety, security. I'm sure he'll share with us some of his fitness tips, too, because he's no stranger to that business.
Yeah, if he works with the police, he probably has some pretty good stories, too, that he might be able to share.
Now, somebody I left off this list, but is on our listed on our Facebook page there, is Janelle Shermers from Beachbody Live. Does she look like she lives that business?
Yeah, she looks like she is a Beachbody.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. So Janelle is going to be joining us as well. I'm so excited to share some of these segments coming up. And then the last but not least I have on the list here, Build and Restore Credit with John Mackey. He is the owner of Master Credit Solutions. He's a FICO certified professional, and anything you ever wanted to know about how to build credit, if you're even a high credit score, you want to know how to go higher, John Mackey will have answers for that. If you're somebody who wants to build from the ground up or restore credit that might have got damaged, John, again, is the guy to pose the questions to get it fixed. So what else we got to cover here with our guest today?
It looks like cash. We want to win cash prizes and contests that we're going to be running.
So help us grow the site here, Northwest Digital News. We're new but growing very rapidly. If you want to be part of our membership drive, help refer your family and friends here to Northwest Digital. You can also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there. We are having subscribers come there by the numbers now.
Yeah, I saw that. It was really exciting. One evening last week, we picked up over 600 new people to the group. And apparently they had left another group, but I'm not sure where they came from. But we have like 600 new members. That's pretty awesome.
It was rumored, some of them saying that somebody was attempting to disparage us elsewhere, and they left and came and joined us.
They did.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you here on Northwest Digital News, because we are about, as you can tell from the many different shows that we're sharing with you and the people that are joining us from around the country, we're about personal growth, positive mojo, making this a stronger, better community. And unfortunately, not everybody has that interest, do they?
No, and it's funny because we just, every time that we hear something disparaging, that comes with a whole new slew of people to our site.
Yeah.
And so keep going.
Keep going. You're doing a great job of building us up.
I mean, it's funny to watch the numbers grow, and there's been nothing negative on our site or anything like that. People are all respectful to each other, so that's something that is very good.
People are going to find out that it's possible on Facebook and in social media to have and show respect for each other and do that in a classy fashion.
Yeah, you could still debate and argue with people about content, but you just do it in a respectful manner, and don't call people names that you shouldn't be calling people names, and don't attack somebody just because they have a different idea of you. Debate it, talk about it.
To that point, Chris, it was actually a lesson that I learned several years ago when I was quite young. It was one of the first management roles that I had in a major corporation, multi-billion-dollar company. They had 36 plants around the world, and I had the fortune of being on the management team of one of them in my early 20s. And the corporate management had hired a consultant to come in and visit with our management team, and there was 13 of us at the table besides the consultant. And he started this meeting off by asking each of us to kind of share our vision of the organization and where we saw things going. And like good little soldiers, everybody at the table kind of sang off the company sheet, and it got around to Dave, who was the big boss in the plant. And Dave just kind of very proudly tells the consultant that, see, we're all kind of on the same page, and just kind of repeated everything that had already been said. But it was just like this yappity yap all around the table, everybody saying the same thing. And this Jim, who was the consultant, said, if all of you think alike, act alike, and talk alike, there's 12 of you at this table not needed.
Right. That is one of the things that when I got involved with our local politics and at our county level, one of the things that I heard from an ex-county commissioner was everybody in this building is on the same page and have the same ideals. Which means to me, which means to me that there's nobody questioning anything that's going on.
Or they don't dare question.
Right, or they don't dare question. I heard it's they don't dare question, but that has worked itself out, and we have a great new county commissioner who is very popular with the people. And that's Arn Mortensen, and he's doing a great job for us. So
opening up that dialogue and doing it in a respectful fashion, it's okay if people disagree on things. That's good.
Right. You might even come to a better solution or come up with a co-idea that would work great. But not being able to even debate it or being afraid at your work to debate it, that's not good.
All right, well, we're going to leave it there for today. I hope you join us on one of our upcoming shows.
Did we talk about the cash prizes and how that was going to work and how that was going to run?
Well, let's go ahead. Let's talk about that a little bit more.
So we're going to do this monthly. Is this
We're going
correct?
to do it every month. Yep.
And we're going to be giving away gift cards, $150, $25, and the contest is going to be dependent on how many subscribers that you bring to the Facebook page.
Yeah. Yep.
The group, and we just now are recently on Twitter.
Yep.
And YouTube. So, we have 4 social media platforms that we would like to grow, and that's how you win, is by helping us grow.
Help us grow our channels, and we'll reward you handsomely for it. The kind of the neat thing about it, when you talk about the news contributors and the information contributors that we have coming in from around the country, we'll attract a lot of people from the entirety of the United States will join. That's actually a good thing, because the target market of NorthWest Digital News obviously is this Northwest sector of the U.S.
Sorry, Kevin.
However, we don't live in a microcosm. We're part of the United States of America. And what works and builds businesses and communities successful elsewhere can be a value for us to learn from.
Again, it might not necessarily work 100% the same way.
Yeah, of course.
But those ideas, they're fresh ideas, and right now we need a lot of economic help in the Cowlitz County area. So,
and do you think, Chris, 0.7% growth over 30 years? Do you think we need some fresh ideas around here?
I'm going to say that we need some fresh ideas.
We definitely need some fresh ideas. So that's what we're trying to encourage. And so even if you have friends, contacts from outside the area, feel free to refer those members here to NorthWest Digital News. And again, those drawings will happen in the first week of the following month. And so, but this year, to help remind people to go out and vote, we're going to do those drawings on November 7th.
Perfect.
So we'll figure them all out. So this month's contest will go all the way through November 6th, and end of the day on November 6th, we'll figure out who the winners are, and we are going to announce them on Election Day and use that opportunity as well to remind people to go out and do their duty.
So if
vote.
your candidate doesn't win, you absolutely have the opportunity to win some money, which would make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, make you feel better. Exactly.